Meme school.
Memes. The lifeblood of the internet. The language in which we communicate. The term was first coined by evolutionary scientist Richard Dawkins in his landmark work, The Selfish Gene. And much like the selfish gene, the selfish meme constantly moves to occupy more space in our mind grapes. Today, I am talking about the only meme that matters, fashion memes. You've, of course, seen them all over your Instagram. I know, I've been watching. But who creates these memes? What demons occupy their minds to spend the time to labor over fashion and its memes and create this content for you? Today, in a Brave New Wear exclusive, I interview some of the biggest names in fashion memes. Those being Fashion Wankers and Meme Saint Laurent. What we found might shock you, and it might inspire you. The world of creating fashion memes, while becoming ever more crowded, is still vibrant and diverse. While Carson of Meme Saint Laurent has more optimism about the future of fashion memes, Fashion Wankers at Fashion Wankers appears more cynical. He believes the future of fashion memes might be bleak, and that their creation in themselves are a dark undertaking. So join me today as I interview both of them and ask them about fashion memes. As always, if you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe, leave a like for the video, and, there is a Patreon. All of my patrons help create this content, help make it alive, so consider joining as well. To begin, we start with Fashion Wankers, from all the way across the pond. Compared to my other interviews, I usually use Zoom to conduct them. Fashion Wankers, being a diva, insisted that we use Skype. So the format is a little different. But I hope you enjoy listening to this dude.
Oh, you fucking wanker!
And then suddenly you wake up from your sleep, you've got cold sweats, your heart is exploding inside of you. You feel all your hair stand on end, and you think, that's it, I've discovered the funniest fucking meme on the face of the planet. So then you throw off your quilt, you get up, you run to your mother's room, you say, Mum, I've done it, I've come up with the funniest meme in the world. She says she doesn't love you, she told you to go back downstairs. You open up your computer, you make it, and then I post it, and that's usually what happens every time I make one of these jokes.
The agony and the ecstasy, it's like talking to a real artist,
I don't expect you to understand. I'm not saying that you don't have the ability or capacity to understand the absolute revelations that conspire within the confines of my mind, but
the inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Let me ask you this. Is this the first attempt to make memes? Did you try other types of memes before you got into fashion memes specifically?
No, this was my very first attempt at a page, other than like a personal Instagram page. No, Fashion Wankers is my first and hopefully last Instagram meme page.
We all consume memes, but making them feels like a whole nother step forward. Was there like even any impetus? Was there an account that inspired you or like made you think like maybe I should dabble?
In terms of meme pages that like inspired me, all I really knew was Meme Saint Laurent, and I had found his page about 2 weeks before I made mine, because I was like, there's so many jokes that haven't been made yet, like especially stereotypes that I see around in my hometown. And in my country.
Is the world of fashion memes too cynical? Is it too, is that like a corrosive kind of environment? Is that why you're thinking of making this more focused on kind of a more positive element of fashion?
I think jokes as far as fashion goes it's either shitposting, which is just a picture of an item or a designer with top text, bottom text. And obviously that can be funny if you're into, that sort of irony side of memes. And then the other side of it is, this is bad, this demographic is bad, this item is bad, this thing is bad, brand is bad, haha, laugh at it.
Mm-hmm.
Because objectively, compared to brands like, Rick, CCP, or whatever the inverted commas cool kids were, that's that's like the peak of comedy, because haha, that's bad. And then when you defend it in the comments, that just makes it funnier because it proves the meme and it proves the authenticity of it. But at this point, as it stands, any meme, any brands, or designers that aren't avant-garde or highly respected in the general fashion community are considered shit. And I think every brand has had the same treatment at least once from one of these pages. And if you're expected to pump out 1, 2, 3, 4 memes a week, even daily, some people post daily, and it's like very, very tired and tiring, and it doesn't feel as fulfilling making a joke that's been made 100 times.
I, before this interview, made a meme, which,
good.
Hand to God, I've never made a meme before, let alone a fashion meme. And I want to show it to you, and can you tell me if it's trash or not?
Okay. That I can do, Christian. That I can do.
Here, let me send you the meme.
Yeah, sure, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
You've got mail.
Okay, here we go. Alright. I noticed straight off the bat that picture of the dunk you used is cropped out of one of my memes.
Listen, let's not point any fingers.
I don't know how the fuck I noticed that. It was the fake dirt. I had to add fake dirt to it. Anyway, it's a good meme, dude. Well done.
Really?
It's a meme.
Mm-hmm.
It's a joke that's been made 1,000 times.
True.
Which is what I was getting from before, and it's a format that's been used quite a lot by every meme page. But that's what memes are nowadays. Comedy is no longer original, or allowed, really. It's just a sad, recycled cesspit in which everyone gets likes and comments. Yeah, it's had its ups and downs. I've had moments where I've just been like, I don't really give a shit about this anymore. And then I've had times where I felt inspired, and it's like, oh, actually, it's pretty cool having a following that are into things that you're into, or maybe people that you could teach cool stuff to, or sell to, or buy from. Yeah, I'm planning on rebranding actually soon. Not the name, but in terms of content, there's going to be a quite a big switch. I'm going to have it more community-driven, lots of questions, debates. Highlighting upcoming designers, highlighting work of the people that follow me and are trying to gather a following. Yeah, just instead of building a community based on shit jokes that no one laughs at anymore, building a community from within the community that I have. Instead of just using my account, which isn't huge, but it's still 45,000 people, which is, to most people, a lot. Instead of just using it to repeat the same laughless, shitty, dry jokes, use it for good,
Getting this in right now, we have a Brave New Wear exclusive. Fashion Wankers is planning on being more community driven. Is there any universe where fashion memes could be wholesome memes?
Are you familiar with Frugal Aesthetic?
Yes.
He's a cool guy. We love Chris. He's a cool guy.
It does seem pretty cool.
I made a meme, and we talked about this meme together, me and him, and we came up with the idea of wholesome core, which is making memes that positive fashion memes, and I made one, and that's that's the extent of that idea. He ran with the idea though. He kind of capitalized off that in his own way, and I think it's kind of contradictory because I've already said that everything is bad. Rick Owen bad, Velo bad, everything funny. To then do a 180 and say, actually, this good too, this good also. It's kind of, there's no continuity in what I'm trying to get across, you know?
Yeah. Do you feel like everything is too ironic to the point where nobody just is earnestly excited about, I don't know, Rick Owens?
It's got to the point now where there's so much irony that if you post something that isn't ironic, it's cringe. And if you post something that's cringe, people just assume that it's ironic. When I see a lot of pages that post really cringe shit, but people are still laughing because they think it's ironic, and it's so obviously not ironic. It's hard to tell, but when you know, sort of thing. At the end of the day, I'm gonna try and make memes that I find funny or have a light chuckle at, or stuff I think people will like. And if they don't like it, it doesn't really matter. It took me like 20 minutes to make. This has been Fashion Wankers. It's been an honor to be on here. Goodbye.
So guys, that was part 1 with Fashion Wankers. If you are excited for part 2 with Carson of Meme Saint Laurent, be sure to subscribe. It will be coming out soon. And if you can't wait until then, I will probably be posting the second part earlier on the Patreon. So be sure to check out the link below and join up if you are just so eager you can't even wait. And let me know what you guys think. And you know how it is. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.